Nusa Penida is a beautiful island located just off the coast of Bali and home to some of the best cliff beaches in the world. So today I'm going to take you along as we explore this amazing island and show you the best way to spend 3 days in Nusa Penida. We are already starting off our Nusa Penida trip in an unexpected way. We got dropped off at the wrong port, so now we have to wait another hour and a half for the boat to come. The speedboat from this other company is actually a bit cheaper, so that's good, but we are now just trying to communicate with our hotel, with the ferry company, and with our driver in Nusa Penida to get everything organized. We are leaving from the Kusamba port on the Angkal ferry, and it actually only cost us 100k per adult each way and 50k for kids. Also, I noticed that there are a lot of locals at this port. It's not like the ferry to Phi Phi in Thailand, which was almost all tourists. It's about 3:20 p.m. and we stopped at a local warung that our driver recommended for lunch. Next stop after this is Kelingking Beach. And after a short 20-minute drive, we have now arrived at Kelingking Beach. This is definitely the most famous beach in Nusa Penida. It's the first one that shows up when you look up Nusa Penida. And it's even more amazing in person than in the pictures. Right now, we are hiking down the cliff to Kelingking Beach on this really sketchy path. The hike is about 30 to 40 minutes each way, but it's definitely worth it because you get a completely different view of the beach from the bottom. And we have now made it to the bottom of the most beautiful beach in the world. The hike here was insane. The first part was just stairs, but really steep. And then it turned into just straight rock climbing down the cliff. But even Sophie did it, and she's probably the only 6-year-old down here at Kelingking Beach. Right there you can see people at the end of the hike climbing down the ladder. The waves here are extremely huge and can easily pull you under, so just be really careful and don't get too close to the water. Sun just came out from behind the clouds and now this whole beach is glowing golden. This is definitely one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen. Now it's time to start hiking back up. And we have now made it to our hotel here in Crystal Bay after a beautiful sunset at Kelingking Beach. This hotel is called Penida Bay Village. See you tomorrow for day 2 of Nusa Penida. Good morning from day 2 of the Nusa Penida vlog. Today we'll be exploring the east side of the island. The drive here from our hotel near Crystal Bay was about an hour and 15 minutes. And the hike down to the beach is only about 10 minutes. And we have now arrived to the beautiful Atuh Beach on the eastern coast of Nusa Penida. This is one of the few beaches on the island that you can actually swim in and the waves are not too big. This beach also has a lot of little warungs here where you can buy food or drinks, and it has a lot of chairs or bean bags where you can sit, so you don't need to worry about bringing your own food. This cute little dog came to visit us. I feel like Nusa Penida beaches are a lot nicer than Bali, so if you want beaches, just go to Nusa Penida. You can skip Bali, but if you want surfing, definitely go to Canggu or Uluwatu in Bali. Now it's time to hike up and then right back down to Diamond Beach. We are now hiking down the path to Diamond Beach, which is right next to Atuh Beach. This path is just a lot of really steep stairs down the cliff. The only tricky part of this hike is this last section right here where you kind of have to hold a rope and climb your way down. but still much easier than Kelingking Beach. I feel like if you've done the hike down to Kelingking, any hike after that feels easy. And after just a 10-minute hike down the cliff, we made it to our second beach of the day, Diamond Beach. This beach is definitely worth hiking down to. Also, the sand here at all these Nusa Penida beaches is so soft. This is like the nicest white sand I've ever felt. I think it's actually better for swimming than Atuh Beach because there are less rocks in the water. The waves are also big here, so you can only swim a little bit, but it gets calm if you go farther out. And here, just a short 5-minute drive from Diamond Beach, is the Rumah, Pohon Treehouse and Thousand Island Viewpoint. These tree houses are actually a hotel and they overlook the cliffs and the ocean, but they've now become a pretty popular tourist attraction here. There's no entrance fee to hike down to the treehouse, but you may be charged 75k if you want to take a picture on the treehouse ladder. It is just past 4 p.m. now and we are racing against the sun to get to our last stop of the day at Broken Beach for sunset. It's about an hour drive, so hope we make it. We decided that it would be too rushed if we tried to go to Broken Beach now, so instead we're going to Crystal Bay, which is right next to our hotel. Maybe swim in the hotel pool and watch the sunset there. We have arrived at our last stop of the day, Crystal Bay Beach, just in time for sunset. You can see it, the clouds behind that little island, and we might just get a quick bite to eat at a local warung here and then head back to our hotel, which is just 5 minutes away. This is also one of the few beaches in Nusa Penida where you don't need to go on a long hike to get here. You just park and walk straight to the beach. Tomorrow the plan is to go snorkeling with manta rays, but we still have to arrange with a company, so hopefully we'll get to see some manta rays tomorrow. Good morning from day 3 in Nusa Penida. Today we are doing a Manta Ray Snorkeling tour from Toyapake Harbor. The boat tour stopped at 3 snorkeling locations, and after swimming for just a few minutes, we saw our first manta rays. The Manta Ray snorkeling spot was pretty crowded with other tour boats, so the best thing you can do is not chase after the mantas and instead just let them come swim by you. We went snorkeling at 2 other spots, Gamat Bay and Toyapake Harbor, and we didn't see any turtles, but there were lots of colorful fish.
This is Gamat Bay, our second places.
And now we are back at the port heading to Bali. We actually have to be back in Bali pretty early, so we didn't have time to go to Broken Beach, but I think that would be a great addition to today if you have time. One thing I noticed about Nusa Penida and Bali in general is that it's really easy to arrange things like ferries, drivers, and tours. This means you don't have to stress too much about planning your trip beforehand, as we only planned a day or 2 in advance. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time from the beautiful Gili Islands.